Joey Sly set to kick off.
Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They start on the ground with Geis. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Geis with a carry on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, for the Seahawks and Packers, the two winningest teams in the NFC during the decade that just wrapped up. And during that decade, Seattle 2 Super Bowl wins. The Packers had 1. And these two, of course, they met in the playoffs a season ago as well. And it was the Packers behind 2 touchdowns each from Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones who beat the Seahawks 28-23. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
First down, this is Geis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 8. Here's Geis. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Geis, the ball carrier.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
52. 18
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 76 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
This will be caught at about the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun. Love. Being chased out left. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
It is good.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines, the defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a 1st down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check.
Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Packers 3, Seahawks nothing. Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their
Best play.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Street. Me.
This is Geis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Geis. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed. Twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on fourth down. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got the hook up here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. On the ground, it's Geis. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Able to find his running back, Geis. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. And maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Love. Flushed out right, and he rifles one incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Andy Isabella on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And to give this time to the tailback. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Escaping the pressure, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They stay on the ground. Geis again, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the gun, Geis. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. I hope he runs your left because I'm about to take you to school.
It's Geis on the counter. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
On the return, Andy Isabella. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Love from the gun. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
56, Mike, 56. Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Let's go.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Go, go, go. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Chance.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's now
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 4th and a yard. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a good pickup there of 20 yards.
Packers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
To number 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Complete.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
I'm coming after you. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Check right, check right. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 10.
Right there, 56. Tackles.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll try and burn some clock with Geis. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the fourth and a very critical drive upcoming. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. Now a second down throw for Love here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
6 yards. And it's third.
Now Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First down, Green Bay.
He'll look to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First down, Packers.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Love. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the 2-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Tonight.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game, and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.